So I know what you're thinking. Why would I be freezing my butt off on a beach on the other side of the country? Simple. We're here to see AudioControl. So join me today as we go to the AudioControl headquarters and I take you guys on a behind-the-scenes journey into what is one of the most popular and one of your guys' most favorite brands. Let's get to it and get inside. It's got to be warmer. Is this my Uber? Uber! See, you picked up the riffraff in the back seat. Yep. It's AM. We're on our way to the headquarters. Oh, speed bump. So went down some strange roads, back alleys, took a left and a right, crossed the free train track, found this nice great building. Let's head inside. Hi. Hi. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Woohoo!
Courtney, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Oh, hey, look at that. Dang. And look. Oh, is that Spike?
Christmas.
Oh. Well, let's head back inside.
We're gonna walk into it. We're gonna walk into a meeting. Fine.
Oh, okay.
Okay, sounds good. Good morning, you guys.
Hey guys. Hey, Dean. Good morning.
Hey, how you doing?
Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Hey, good to see you.
This is my daughter Haley.
Hey, nice to see you. How are you?
It's Alex.
Good to see you. Hey, you just found us at the engineering meeting.
Oh, cool. There you go. Hey, they have engineers.
I know.
They have actual people.
We actually lock them away at night, actually. Great over here. Well, hey, welcome to the Seattle. Welcome to the sunny, not sunny.
I saw some through a cloud earlier today. I was like,
Did you get a photo?
Yeah, exactly.
What does it look like? What does it look like?
Yeah.
We're going to have fun. We're going to have fun next couple of days.
Okay, cool.
Hey,
Well,
great to have you with us. So.
well, let's get back to your meeting.
All right.
Thanks,
All right.
guys.
See you later.
Ready?
Ready?
Going behind closed doors. Going into the
Welcome
bows.
to AudioControl.
Holy crap.
All right. AudioControl has two facilities. One is in Spokane. This facility here, just north of Seattle. This facility for production mostly does home product. As soon as you walk out, you can see all the metal of all the chassis for any of the home product, from the Rialtos, which is our entry-level 2-channel amplifier, to 16-channel multi-zone amplifiers. Yes. This is where an AudioControl product starts its life, with just the metal chassis of a lot of the home product. As you come through production, you can see
Oh, wow.
literal U.S. manufacturing of products. So. Screenshot there, whatever that is.
Good morning.
Good morning.
The DSP for some of our home stuff, and so going through and doing testing and setup and.
Hey, I have that. Whoa.
Here's a nice little load bank.
Yeah, no kidding. Holy cow.
So these are some of the new products. So CM, that's a 70 volt amplifier that we're just going into production on. RS500 is a brand new 500 watt mono amplifier on the home side.
Sexy. Hi, how you doing?
Hello.
Morning.
This is another brand new amplifier. Check this out, the G4.
That is a big donut.
Okay. How long have we been shipping the G4?
Phil would know.
What's that? How long have we been shipping the G-Force? 3 weeks? 2 weeks?
A little bit longer than that.
Yeah.
But not much.
Yeah.
Not much more.
But like the success in the field already is crazy. Just that people are raving about this product.
Yeah, we haven't had any problems with this at all.
Yeah.
So they're all
It's
built here. It's all assembled here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. This is
This one's just coming through production right now. So
How many of those come out a day?
4 or 5 if we're lucky.
Really, 4 or 5?
Yeah.
How much does that thing go for?
You know, our entry-level piece on the home side, like a Rialto or Bijou, is about $895 for a 2-channel.
That's not
And
crazy.
then our M9 retails for around $9,500, and that's just a preamp processor, direct, you know, multi-channel processor.
Thanks.
Yep. You're welcome.
So how many of you guys do you have working here?
We have 50 employees.
Okay.
Yeah, that do productions. So yeah, you can get an idea here of one of our Rialto. This is a Rialto 400, so 400 watt home amplifier, 2 channels, all done here. All the inputs and outputs that you can use and have that you would need. Switching to prioritize, whether you're using an optical, digital, analog input, you can set it to prioritize which input is going to switch. We have a hyper switching on there for if you're using this with like an Echo Dot or something like that.
Right.
So if you're listening to music and then you say Alexa blah blah blah, it switches over the audio super fast.
Wow. More and more.
So you've seen
power supply.
basically 2 lines already of manufacturing, and then you know you can see here concert AVR. This is Bailey's. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Doing final tests.
Yeah, final test.
This is
Wow.
Maestro M9. So that's one of our more popular preamp processors. That's Dolby Atmos, all that. That's a $9,500 retail.
Oh, wow. So everything gets bench test before it goes out?
Yeah, you can see here we have load banks. All right, so all the shelving has load banks on it, so we can plug in and burn in every single one of our products. So some of the stuff that's all through production, all through testing, getting ready for being boxed up. 16 channel amplifiers, so these are multi-zone home rack system amplifiers. And then we got the car product.
Ooh,
Right, so-
wow. Dude, that's a stack of epicenters?
So pretty much at this facility, Epicenter's LC2Is, all the LC product range and stuff are all, you know, finished up here. Like I said, Spokane will do most of the board work. They do all the assembly and stuff, and then it'll come over here for assembly and then final boxing up. You can see on these shelves, you know, all of our packaging for all the products. So we tried to make it as simple as possible. You know, if you go back 4 years ago, every product had its own box, and it was like, you know,
Not very efficient.
not very efficient. So with this new style packaging, we have these kind of inserts. Pretty much most of the line can go into one of these, and then it's just kind of wrapped up and goes into the same size box. So we can just keep sleeves for every one of the boxes. Through production, you know, like Epicenters.
So they all have the serial number tag now. This is going to go on the outside of the box.
Every one of the products has 3 serial numbers, one on the board, one on the outside, and then one goes here after production to go onto the box.
It's that after production, yeah, serial number.
But there's LC2I, so everyone goes into a 6-pack, so these are getting ready to be master packed.
Oh, that's how you seal those things. That, oh, yeah. Yeah. You know how many people hate you because of that thing, right?
These are, it looks like input stages for 2660s, which is one of our multi-channel home amplifiers.
Dang. Have you ever seen the picture of the girl holding the siren iron by the tip?
Yeah. We got our Christmas tree. That's our factory Christmas tree.
Aww, it's so festive.
So this is more of where you're going to see more of the art production.
Oh, wait, what? Sorry.
Roughly about 100 epicenters a day. Depends on the day, you know, and how, but you can see they can go through and test it. They have all their equipment there so they could actually listen to it. She has headphones on, so as she goes through, she can make sure they're all passing audio. This shelf is going to be basically like a 3-2. All this board work is done in Spokane, and then it'll come here for assembly into metal. You can see this is all through hole, so this is all stuff that we still do right here in house. You hear that machine, and That's the Amistar. So that's the machine that's doing all the through-hole populating on the boards. We'll do the boards, we'll populate the inputs here, we'll send it off to Spokane. They can go through and do any other work to it, and then it comes back. The reason we have the Spokane location is if you go back like 25 years ago, all of our techs, if Boeing decided they wanted to hire 200 people, we would lose employees. We opened the Spokane facility to keep from losing employees to Boeing or any of the other tech giants that needed assemblers. But you can see, you know, even like the dm-rta processor. This is one that's just coming through production right now. We can go through and grab that. When we go into production, we'll do all the final assembly, and then it can go through and like be hooked up to a bench.
These are like pre-stickers, pre-everything.
Yep, so just raw metal. We're going in the boards, populating the levels. So a lot of these guys, they start at 5 o'clock in the morning. A lot of days coming in, building LC2Is. Right here is amp tag. Mostly focuses on DSP and amplification stuff.
Oh, there you go. How you doing?
Good, how are yourself?
So what are you doing to this guy?
I just installed a DSP board, programmed it, and tested to make sure all the outputs are good. And now I'll repackage it in the box, send it on its way.
So every amp is tested and verified?
Every DSP digital amp is tested 100%.
Did you do them all?
I do them all.
When I have a problem, I get that guy on the phone.
I will do my best, but I don't do the phone. I don't got a phone on my bench, so you have to talk to the guys in the other room, and they'll come and talk to me.
So how that works is a lot of the amplifiers will come in. You'll see here pallets and pallets of amplifiers, and then we'll open them up. We'll do all of our input stage on there. It's all ribbon cables. We do most of the input stages domestically, populate the inputs, do the testing, and then ship it out. In a lot of amplifier production, what happens is they'll go to a bench, they come off the line, you'll plug them in, and then they'll flash a code that tells you if they took firmware and all that stuff, but they don't actually get tested, listened to, stuff like that. All of these, particularly with DSP, they're all going to be plugged in once DSP boards are populated. These boards will go in and then just embed on top of the amplifier section for the input, and then go through testing, DSP, programming, and get ready to be shipped out. Here's the D4800, so just as you just saw, he gets them all ready, gets them all packaged up in the boxes. And
these are the non-ready ones?
Oh, those are all prototypes and samples that I use for testing purposes,
okay.
Troubleshooting, comparison troubleshooting.
So those are your tools?
Yes.
Thank you.
So here's DSP right now, programming. So headphones on, checking every output, making sure there's audio passing through on every output. She's moving inputs around.
Is that, wow, okay, so she's using a old AudioControl EQ.
Literally just, you can see there every single output she's going to go through. She's going to not only hear, but she's going to actually look at the EQ response.
How'd it do? Did it pass?
Yes.
So little power cords, you know, there. She can just swap in, plug in, and then just hit the button. It'll power the unit up, and then all the different input stages. So right now, she just has that. That's going to check the option port to make sure the option port is passing.
I was just going to ask, how does she test the option port? Yeah. Oh, that's too funny.
So,
sweet.
thank you.
So what does this do?
This is a through-hole machine, the Amistar. Basically, it's, you know, all the different values are in the cabinets here. Here's our AudioControl 3.2. That's your in-dash unit. You get these boards in. They can go on the Amistar here, and the Amistar will go through and populate all the
It has like the baddest machine gun ever.
When you think about, you know, everybody talks about audio control, the legacy of audio control, stuff like that. These are machines that have been in use for the last 30 years, and we still do all this stuff. All the legacy products are still done 100% here in the US and stuff like that. If we wanted to, we could certainly get the board work done, and it would cost us a lot less, but I just don't see the quality that we're trying to achieve with all of our legacy products.
His job for today is to turn all of these into 3.2s. How long does it take to do one board? See, he's got a stack over there.
I mean, it really depends on the product, you know. Okay. There's probably 23 boards right there. When we go into production on any legacy product, we want to be doing at least 100 pieces of each product that we do. So. A lot of people, like, when you think about like warehousing and stuff like that, people would be like, oh, audio control, like they have this huge rows and rows of inventory, but because we manufacture everything here, can do those smaller runs. We don't have to do 500 pieces at a time and warehouse it and all that stuff. Everything is right here from dm-rtas that come through production, just depending on what the back order looks like from the previous day and stuff like that. If we sold 15 dm-rtas yesterday, we can go into production and make 25 units really quick. To give you an idea, we're still like catching up from the end of the last month, like epicenters. Each one of these holds 90 epicenters. Ideally, when I come back here, I want to make sure that these shelves are all full, and I know, okay, I have 450 black epicenters in stock. That's usually what I'll do, is I'll come out and be like, okay, I have my 9 rows. I know I have 450 units.
How many epicenters do you guys still sell a month?
A lot. A lot. Still a very viable piece. We can do it, you know, over our projections. Some months we'll do 1,000 units over our projections. So.
And these are the LC6 eyes, LC7 eyes. Yep. Wow. So the nice thing is I can come out here, like if I have a key account that places a big order, I'm wondering, okay, can I ship it today? I can look at this and I go, okay, I have 125 units right now. You just saw how quickly I did that, right? Right. I know. I can look at that and go, there's 125 units. Work smart, not hard.
Yeah. Heading upstairs, this is where we do training. We try to do it once a year at least for both home and car, something called the Train in the Rain. This is where we can come through and have 60, 70 people that can come in and be trained and experience the audio control audio. Come in here. The last one we did for mobile, we had about 60 guys that come through and can come in and we can talk about all the products. We have a full audio control rack system, all of the car products, basically all the stuff that we're working on right now that is not quite into production.
New stuff. Ooh, shiny.
Pro kit, you can see here, comes with everything, the ACBT24. It has a microphone cutout. Doesn't matter what kind of microphone you have, from a full-size Josephson to CM10, CM20, whatever. Now the Pro kit will come with all your probe wires.
This washed out thing right here, perfectly hidden. Dude, on the camera, that number, model number, is invisible. Figure out what that is. The very anticipated 5-channel amplifier.
Dyna is one of our speaker profile partners. Right now we work with 17 speaker manufacturers for architectural speakers. We get all their specs and stuff and we can build that into our home DSP. A custom installer can just go into our DSP and say, oh, I'm installing these speakers or those, and the DSP can go and be tuned specifically for those speakers.
This is the dm-rta app. Should be out any day now. This is our consumer-focused app. So run with the DM processors or DSP series amplifiers. Basically, it's a simple, effective app that gives us the 4 different DSP presets at the bottom. Switch between the DSP presets. We can also name them on the unit itself. And then we have either master volume or sub-control volume, depending on how you have it configured. Essentially, it takes what our ACR3 physical dash remote would do and turns it into an application.
And that works through the Bluetooth module.
Yeah, through the existing ACBT24.
Really the cool thing about it is being able to see what preset you're on.
Yeah.
Cam was an intern with us before coming on board full time. one of his projects for school was to build an automated test fixture for the LC2Is. So essentially you could plug in 10 LC2Is and hit a button and it would go through and test all the
What are you testing?
It's amp for sub.
Was that 500? So everybody in this front office is tech support. We can come and grab product, and we have all the product here. So somebody calls up, we can be like, oh, okay, you need to go inside and do this jumper. You can see like everybody that's down here, whether it's a concert AVR.
So he does
on his
home tech
desk.
support.
So yeah, he focuses on home, but dm-rta, dm-rta. So well, if anybody calls in, they can just go in and like a D6 1200, all the dm-rta, dm-810s. So any tech support question comes in, he has a head unit right on his desk there and can go through and try to troubleshoot.
Yeah.
Oh, that is cool.
Stephen and Joshua, by the way. Steve Haas here.
Hey, how you doing?
This is Dean.
Dean, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, man.
So yeah, so like everybody, he's got his DM608 fired up right now
With the blinky lights.
Blinky lights on it.
Yeah, so whenever somebody calls in, I can very quickly go, okay, let me check that on my end and pull it up and connect to it. Sit there with my phone. There are days when I'm sitting here just doing this with the app and the thing, testing stuff out.
What question you get asked the most on, like the DSPs?
How do I set it up?
Really? Just straight up?
Yeah, there's a lot of end users who just got it and they need to know. A lot of people, yeah.
How many calls do you get a day?
Depends on the day, but I want to say 20, 30, 40.
That's it?
Yeah. We only got 3 guys really answering the phone most of the time. Between that and we have a lot of tech emails, Facebook. I mean, there's a lot of different angles.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Hey everyone, my name is Dan Spohr. I work in the sort of marketing and images and product development side of audio control. I'm handling image assets and early renderings and concept ideas from early product development all the way through to when we put the ads out and promote them on websites and then print ads. Additionally, in the past we would do a photographic kind of workflow, years past.
We were just upstairs and they were
Yeah.
showing like the hand-drawn images that they take of things.
Yeah.
You say that with that smile on your face, like I'm sure those are the things they kind of hand you and say, hey, can you render this for us and give us an idea what this might look like?
I have worked with a lot of napkin sketches.
Okay,
and
okay.
brought them to some kind of is this what you were thinking kind of a concept. And we do that all in 3D land. We use different modeling software and then rendering software to do early concepts and then all the way to the actual product images that we use for marketing.
On your board there you have the new LC2i Pro.
Yeah, so this is the LC2i Pro. This is just the base 3D model. So this has all of the components in it. What I typically do is I'll go in there and just sort of detail the parts to make them look a little more photorealistic, because most of the time the components are just sort of placeholder, really blocky, plain. So I'll go in and add the detail, and then we'll take it over to the rendering software. You apply materials and you do lighting, and set it up for
that's
different,
100% fake.
100% Fako, yeah, you got it. So if I can actually take this and move it, and it's all real-time rendering, so it will sort of repropagate and sample up to get the resolution that I need.
Is that your Mac smoking over there in the
That's
corner?
the Mac smoking in the
Hey,
corner,
somebody
yeah.
that uses a Mac to do their job.
Yeah. That's basically it right now. What I'm doing is I'm working on assets for the new literature that we're producing, and so that's across all the new products that we're going to be showing at CES, and so this is just one of them, and yeah.
Well, thank you, as I said, for taking your time and
My pleasure, yeah.
and letting us know one more part of the coolness of this audio control.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'll let
Thanks
you
for
get back
coming by.
to rendering.
Thank you. Yeah, have a good day.
All right, go ahead.
All right, I love this amp. Hey, over to you, Chris.
All right, great. Best wishes. All my friends. There you go.
All right. Congrats to the winner.
Can we win? Yeah.
This takes off like you do like hundreds of these.
Special limited editions. Yeah.
Sitting here all night.
Cool. So the reason why we're having them do this is because this is going to be a giveaway, and of course we're going to explain to you how this is going to work But for right now, we just wanted to show you everyone signing it. Well, from one coast to the next, there's the beach on the other side of the country. We're back. We're back in sunny Florida, and we had an amazing time in Seattle, Washington at AudioControl. It was a great time.
Yeah, it was really fun. It was really cool.
Well, the one thing with any one of these shows is you just don't really want to think of it as final. They're hard to do. It's hard to come up with some way to be like, fa-bam. All I can say is that it's an amazing company, and what they do with the amount of people that they have is quite astonishing. It's a small company that puts out a lot of product, builds a lot of neat stuff for this industry.
It really shows that you don't need a lot of people to run an empire like they have.
You just need passion and a desire to get stuff done, and they definitely have that. And on top of that, they're all really nice guys,
Yeah.
which is great. So we'd like to thank them all for bringing us out there, Chris Bennett for putting it all together, and Alex, of course, the guy who steers the ship. That's it. We're just gonna go with that. Normally at the end of these, we'd say on to the next one. I think this time we're just gonna say on to the next time. You guys have a great night as always. We'll see you later next time.
Bye.
Look at that beach. It's still gray though. That's kind of a bummer. Oh well. Let's get out of here.